Hi everyone, it's me, Ace, and today I want to talk about the kind of music that I listen to. More specifically, the top 5 songs from my Spotify Wrapped. This is no means sponsored by Spotify. I just want to talk about the music I listen to and the art that corresponds with it. So let's go. So first off is my number 5 song, which is the dying song Time to Sing by Slipknot. And you know that my list is going to be good when it has freaking Slipknot as part of the top 5. So this song is probably one of the first songs that I've listened to post attending the Slipknot concert with Mecca, and it was a really great time. And it was just before they released their album The End So Far, and this single came out, and when Mecca had me listen to it, it just got me so hyped up, and I haven't stopped listening to the song ever since. And after listening to it, I'm already just hyped and energized for the rest of the day, and it makes me feel great. And I decided to just draw a phoenix because that feeling of just like badassery and hype just reflects the energy of the song. Up next is number 4, which is Lion by G-Idol. And this song pretty much just embodies all of the empowerment and confidence that I try to manifest for myself every day of my life. So with G-Idol, this is the first and only K-pop girl group that I've ever listened to in my entire life. Well, one of the only K-pop girl groups that I listened to. I listened to like one other girl group, which is 21. But when I first listened to G-Idol, I didn't listen to the actual girl group. I found this girl group out through League of Legends KDA, which 2 of the members from G-Idol were in KDA. So it just snowballed from there, and within that year of 2019, 2020 was when I really just fell in love with this girl group. And this song, Lion, in particular, is one of my favorite songs from their entire catalog. I have not listened to their newest EP yet, which is their English US debut. I have not gotten to listen to that yet, but I did listen to I Do, and I thought it was a really nice song. But we're not talking about I Do, we're talking about Lion, and that is my favorite because it was just a culmination of just everything working right. It was just Soyeon's songwriting, each member having their own time to shine in that song, just the beat and danceability to that song. And of course, Soyeon's rap verse is just the peak of it. All good things from Lion. And this is when they wrote this song for when they participated in Queendom. This was their finale stage, and they were all dressed like queens and royalty because the song is literally just finding that inner strength and confidence and just pulling that out of you. And after listening to that song, it's been my favorite to this day, so I thought to make a very self-indulgent art piece based out of it. So what I did was do a self-portrait-ish of me, where it's just my head with just long flowing hair and purple streaks, because purple is indeed my favorite color, and it is also the color of nobility and royalty, so it's just best to incorporate that. So it's a lot of purples and golds for that royal feeling. And I decided to make it into like one of my hair on flower pieces that I have done in the past. So when I did this piece, I was very careful in choosing the types of flowers that I wanted to incorporate in this piece. So what I did was look up different meanings for different flowers and then put that in my piece. I looked at flowers that meant like nobility or royalty and then just went from there. So what I got were magnolias, asters, and carnations. So magnolias represent beauty and nobility and just empowered. Asters represent wisdom and royalty, and carnations represent leadership. So I just decided to make it all purple just to fit with that general theming. And I'm not proud of the crown that I did, But I did like the concept behind it was just a crown of crystals, of golden crystals, which if you've been paying attention to our Hitcam series, it's a nice little homage to those crystals from Hitcam. And I decided, hey, I'll make a crown of that. Why not? And something just about this song makes me feel better for the rest of the day. I know I'm going to keep saying that, but it's true with a lot of the songs that I listen to. But more importantly, this is the song that I listen to when I want to feel better about myself, knowing the confident badass that I am. It helps with my, I guess, self-perception of myself, and it's probably one of the reasons why I identify with this song so strongly, and why I listen to the song so much. It's a much more empowering mood and vibe that you get from this song. Not to mention, I've listened to this song so much, it's broken my top 5 songs of Spotify Wrapped since maybe 2019, 2020, around that time. And it's still in the top 5. It's that good of a song, apparently, to Spotify, that I've listened to that so many times. So, yeah, you can see how I went all out with the flowers here. I just wanted to put so much detail and so much care and work in this piece, because it is a truly self-indulgent piece that I've done. This is literally about me and what I want to envision myself, or rather, what I envision myself, what I will envision myself, what I have been envisioning myself as, just the badass queen that I am. And it deserves that care and detail to put that into effect. One thing to note with this particular list is that I have multiple songs from the same artist, just making it to the top 5 alone, because I like that artist and I like a lot of their songs, so it just makes sense. Speaking of, right next is number 3, Before I Forget, by Slipknot. As you can tell from this playlist, it just dominated my entire listening history. Like, after the Slipknot concert, I just went into this rabbit hole just the entire rest of the year. And for our being together anniversary, Mecca gifted me the End So Far album of Slipknot, and they had a alternative version where they had, like, each of the 9 albums is a variant with each of the 9 members. So he got me one of the member variant albums, and it's one of my favorite members, which is Tortilla Man. And I just love his frantic energy, and it just reminds me of, like, those kids in a marching band that has, like, so much energy. It just brought back memories, and it's a lot of fun, and he is my favorite. So for Before I Forget, this was just a song that I identified with because it reminded me of, like, my own personal journey and my own place in this world and who I am as a person. So I decided to make this, like, an anime opening to a coming of age story, more specifically a 90s anime opening. So I decided to do myself up in a hoodie and a la Where the Wild Things Are, and then I just went from there. Alright, so number 2 is Ready to Die by Andrew WK. And for the life of me, I will never listen to this song and not think of Helsinger Bridge, because of just everything from the writing and the storytelling and the jokes. It's what made me just fall in love with this series. And not just that, but also Dragon Ball Z Abridged and Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. They bring a new perspective to a media that I've been a fan of for so long. And then with this style that I'm doing, I'm basically trying to replicate mecha style and also trying out new cell shading. And I think it turned out really well for the most part. And finally, we come to the number 1 song, Put It Straight Nightmare Version by G-Idol. And for this one, I based it off of their costuming from the live performance of Queendom, which the Nightmare Version I think is far superior than the original version with their album I Made, because of just the absolute drama and just hidden rage, and just every aspect of that live performance is just so chilling and so gripping, and they've just mastered that beautifully. So this piece is kind of an homage to that performance, sort of. But it's also a pretty dark song from my interpretation, a breakup gone wrong. Gone horribly, horribly wrong. If you paid attention to the lyrics, just the performance, the vocal performance, it's so good. And I just for some reason, I liked listening to this so much, it made my number one spot. So there you have it. All of my artwork based off of my top 5 songs from my Spotify Wrapped of 2022. I think this was just a worthwhile experiment for me, and it was a lot of fun to do. It was something really personal to me. And will I be doing it again? Yes. Yes, I will submit myself to this shenaniganry once more. So be on the lookout for the 2023. Until then, stay safe and stay spooky, my friends. Bye!